Okay. So, what I meant to say in that last video too is, you know, you can use Shopify if you want. I don't like Shopify. I personally think that everybody's that's dropshipping, if they're not using WooCommerce, they're using Shopify, and most people are using, you know, Shopify and Oberlo. And if you use something else, it's really going to help make you look different and differentiate your site. So you can use Wix. I personally love Wix. You can use WordPress. If you're more advanced, you can use Weebly, Squarespace, Jimdo, whatever. You can use any of them. They all are pretty much drag and drop. You can do them yourself, and there's so many more features in site builders like that that are really going to make you stand out from the competition. But also with the video thing and the CTA, this is just a template, a demonstrator of how to speak to the emotion of your niche. You can use this template if you like. If you like it, that's great. But you can use your own ideas too. You can, kind of take it and make it your own in a way. But this is just giving you an idea of how to, uh, you know, really spark that emotion on top of it and make them more prime for a purchase. So let's get into the differentiating factors of Amazon dropshipping versus, Shopify dropshipping. And the very first thing, there are, the only drawback that there really is, and it's not even really a drawback, is that with something like Oberlo, with a plugin like Oberlo, when you're dropshipping from Shopify, uh, you know, everything they say is automated. Well, it's not really automated. You still have to click through and you still have to, monitor shipments, and you still, especially when you're creating products, it's not necessarily automated. It just is semi-automated. With this, the only thing that is slightly a drawback is when somebody actually goes in and they purchase one of your products, you're going to have to, and I can show you all this later, step by step, of course, but you're going to have to go into Amazon, buy the product that you listed from Prime. So you don't have to pay the shipping, which is great. But the only thing you have to do is you're gonna have to physically, you're gonna have to manually type in their shipping address, so it doesn't go to you; it goes to them. And that's really the only drawback of it. You don't have the automated address right to your checkout screen. But what does that take you, honestly? 15, 20 seconds, and then you can delete it right away. uh, Problem solved. So let's get into some of the positives. Obviously, the number one positive, and Amazon hit the nail on the head with this, is the 2-day shipping. One of the major things, if you've ever done dropshipping or ever seen a dropshipping site, first, you know, is because the customer doesn't know necessarily that it's 2, 3, 4 week shipping or whatever right off the bat. But trust me, they will know later, and that will be a huge factor in your conversion rates because a lot of people aren't going to make the purchase for that reason. Whether you advertise free shipping or not from a Chinese manufacturer, once they realize that the shipping takes that long, it's a lot of people aren't going to want it, because I've done it before, and trust me, your conversion rates suck. So, and especially if you don't advertise that that the shipping's that long, you're going to have a lot of problems on the back end because people are going to be wondering. Can't always necessarily get perfect tracking information unless you're using ePacket, and that's even still a little shoddy at best. So, you're going to have a lot of problems. A lot of people are going to want returns, and it's really just a hassle that doesn't necessarily need to be, there. So the very first thing, like I said, is the shipping. Obviously, if you're shipping from Amazon, you're going to want to use Prime. In my opinion, at least, you don't have to, but that really it takes your shipping costs away, so that you can keep your profit margins higher, because you get free shipping if you're a Prime member, and then you can literally send 2-day free shipping to your customers. So that's a great factor. But obviously, you don't want to say, see how it says free expedited shipping here. You don't want to say, free 2-day shipping, because some people might put two and two together that, oh, he's just reselling the Amazon things. So I advertise, for a limited time, all products receive free expedited shipping. Kind of stresses the free fast shipping that people love, and on top of that, it kind of there's for a limited time only. It drives that that time factor that people are, they need to act now, especially when you combine that with the emotional homepage. It should up your conversion rates with the shipping a great deal. On top of that, in the next one we're going to get into the specific listing of the product and how easy it is, but one of the other main differentiating factors is your pictures. If you've ever dropshipped, like I said, or if you've ever seen a dropshipping site, the very first thing that stands out to you is the pictures. The pictures are they're shit, to be perfectly honest with you. They're terrible. 95% of the pictures look like they're terrible quality. They look like they're from an overseas manufacturer. There's not necessarily many good lifestyle photos. When you do get a white background image that looks great on a site, it's usually it's all pixelated, it's messed up on the sides, like around the image. And if you don't know what I mean, just Google a Shopify site and you can see for yourself. But that's one of the great things about relisting from Amazon when you dropship is because, and I know this personally because I've done FBA and I've private labeled myself, all the pictures that you're going to get, especially if you're dealing with Prime only, these people have put a lot of time into their listings already, and you literally get those benefits. You get the professional images, of the pictures. You get them on a white background already, so your site looks great when you put them on your listing. A lot of them have lifestyle pictures already. This doesn't, of course, because it's the example that I wanted to show you, but you get the idea. There's lifestyle pictures in there too, and they put a lot of thought into their listing. You don't have to, necessarily relist. We'll use this one again. You don't have to necessarily retype every product feature in because they put a lot of time into it, like I said, so you can copy and paste most of them. And you don't necessarily have to retype everything out. You don't have to go through all the variations and relabel each price. You don't have to do any of that. It's very, very streamlined and simple for you already. And the setup and the time involved in setting your products up is minimal at best. So let's hop into the next one, and I'll show you exactly, step by step what to do.